Good morning, guys. Today we are discuss about the first unit of the maths composite functions. First thing, what is function, how to define the functions, then the questions related to the board examinations. It means the types of the function, then how to identify is it a function or not. Then we are talking about the composite function. It means when we are having the multiple functions, then the role of the first function with the second function, or when we are having the more than two functions, it means first function is related to the second function and the second function is related to the third function. Now we are started with the function. What is function? In normally function, it is a relation between a set of element with the set of another elements, or we can say that it is a relation between the input set of elements with respect to the output set of elements. It means it is a relation of the variables between the input and the outputs. If we are having the variables or the elements into a set A, and these elements are to be related with the set of elements of the set of B. Now function is to be written down in terms of the f A to B. A, it is to be the pre-image and B is the image. It means A, it is a non-empty set, as well as B is also a non-empty set. It means A and B both are having the non-empty sets. It means they are having just like the elements. If we are considering it is a set A, it is a set B, it means these are the set A and B, and these sets are non-empty. It means they are containing some number of the elements, like A contains A, B, and the B contains C and D. Now the function is to be just defining the relation between the how the variable of the set A is to be related with the variable of the set B. This is the basic definition of the function. It means we can write down the function in terms of the function A to B. Now the elements of the A is uniquely associated with the elements of the B. It means A, the number of the elements into the A is to be uniquely associated with the elements into the B. It means when we are just trying to check out whether it is a function or not, then we are just to be considering that the entire elements of the A is to be having a unique association with the elements of the B. It means A में कुछ भी empty आपके पास नहीं होना चाहिए. Like if we are just to be considering A having the elements A and B, and the B having the elements C and D, it means the A is having a unique image, like A, the image of the A is to be C and the image of the B is to be D. It is a function. It means we can define the f is a function between A to B. But if we are considering the another element in terms of the E, then in this case E doesn't having any image into the sets of B or the elements of the set of B. It means it is not a function because E is not having any image with respect to B. It means this is the basic rules of the function. Each element of A is uniquely associated with elements of the set of B. Now in terms of the function is to be defined from set A to set B. Set A is to be called as the domain and the set B is to be called as the codomain. Now these three terms are to be mainly associated or the important with respect to the function. First term is the domain, second is the codomain, and third is the range. First we can define the domain. Domain, it means it is the all possible values of the input that can be associated with this function. It means the all values related to the A or the all elements of the non-empty set A is to be called as the domain of this function. Next is the codomain. It is also related to the images of it means the images of the set of A in terms of the set of B. It means it is to be considered as the all elements of the set of B. Then the range and the codomain, sometimes it is to be likely related, but the range, it is only depending upon the output with respect to the given inputs. It means it is possible the entire set of B is to be considered in terms of the range, but sometimes it is not to be considered completely in terms of the range, but we can say that the range is the subset of the codomain. इट मीन्स रेंज आपके पास कोडोमेन का एक सबसेट होता है, समटाइम्स रेंज इक्वल टू द कोडोमेन. It means if all the elements of the set B are the image of the element of the set A, then it is to be considered as the range. Earlier we are talking about the functions in terms of the input and the output. It means if we are giving the input to any function, then we are getting the outputs, and these getted outputs are to be considered in terms of the range of that particular functions. It means first we will consider example to understand it in better terminologies. If we are having a set A in terms of the 1, 2 and 3 and the set B in terms of the 4 and 5. Now we are considering a function f a to b is defined as f1 equal to 4. It means when we are giving the input 1 to this function, then we are getting out the output 4. f2 equal to 4, again if we are giving the input 2 to the function, then we are getting out the output 4. Next, if we are given the input 3, then we are getting out the output 5. It means then we can calculate, first we will check f is a function or not. To check the function, whether it is a function or not, we are just to be considering the elements of the A and B. Here we are having the elements of the A in terms of the 1, 2 and 3, and the elements of the B in terms of the 4 and 5. And we are already having the FA equal to F1 equal to 4. Similarly, F2 is also equal to 4 and the F3 equal to 5. It means all the three elements are to be having a unique image in set B. It means it is to be a function. Then the first answer is yes, it is a function. Next, we will try to calculate the domain of it. It means domain, as we earlier discussed about it, जैसे हमने पहले पढ़ा कि it is to be the entire set of A, or all the elements of the set A is to be considered as the domain. It means domain of this function f is to be considered as A equal to, it is to be 1, 2 and 3. Now we are talking about the codomain. It means we are already studied about it. पहले ही पढ़ चुके हैं कि it is to be equal to the set of B, or all the elements of the set of B. It means the codomain is to be defined in terms of the 4, 5. Now we are considering the range. It means range, if we are considering the three inputs 1, 2 and 3, and we are able to get the outputs 4 and 5,